Oh god, it's uncomfortably hot today. This is issue number 1 of the Inhumans. Don't forget they are better than the Excellent Men. This is a mini-series starring the characters. It came out in 2009 or 2010. It is written by Dan Andy, who was doing most of the cosmic books during the time. This one is loosely, and I must stress loosely, leading into the big Thanius crossover, which was the climax to the old Dan Andy cosmic period. You didn't need to know anything about that event to follow this. It does offer you all this backstory, but this is mostly concerning the Inhumans and what their history has been recently. The key thing is that their king, Blue Balls, he died, and now Seducer, she is the queen. There was also a big cosmic space war, and the end result was the Inhumans. They wound up as the top bananas, and now Seducer, she rules over both the Kree and the shi'ar empires, as well as some of Blastoise's peoples. There was also a marriage, a political marriage, Ronan Reigns and Iris. It was a move to unite the Inhumans and the Kree peoples, but over the course of the stories, the two characters slowly started developing affections for each other, and maybe the marriage, it isn't just a shallow sham. Double page spread of Gorgonzola. If you didn't know the Inhumans, which you really should because they are better than the Excellent Men after all, but if you didn't know them, this doesn't do a tremendous job of filling you in or setting them up. You have to have some awareness of who is who and who are the main ones. Like here, your eyes might be drawn to this prick here. I don't think he ever appears again. This little squad, they are putting down an insurgent rebellion by Blastoise's army. They're trying to get out from under Seducer's rule. I really did like the character art that Dan Andy put Blastoise through. He became a king, but nobody really respected him. But part of him, it was trying to be a better and more honourable ruler. Really, these cosmic books, they all as much as spun out of Any Whole Nation back in 2006. They are all worth a read. There's some really good building up of plots and giving some overlooked characters and properties, some love. I don't think the Inhumans, they're good starring characters. They might be better than the Excellent Men, but they are pretty flimsy characters. They are very one-dimensional. They are good ideas and good designs, but they didn't really have the layers or the complexities to make them viable stars. And if you look at it, even this series is somewhat aware of that. It ties into a wider crossover. It drags in loads of other characters like Ronan Reigns, and you'll see who else it brings in at the end. It's like they have looked at the Inhumans and they have seen that they are an odd cell, so they have incorporated other stuff to try and complement them or help them have some more appeal. That's not to say that Dan Andy writes the Inhumans badly, or that this isn't a good Inhumans book. He does some really good stuff with Seducer and her new role as Queen and Galactic Ruler. Some very interesting stuff with her. I was never thrilled with killing off Blue Balls or the way that they did it, but it did lead to some of the most substantial Seducer writing we have ever gotten. Blue Balls, he died fighting Spock in the big space war story, and it didn't really feel right. It didn't feel like a death that the story had earned. Blue Balls, he seemed to be killed off just as a means to also get rid of the villain, Spock. Like, they had written themselves into a corner where they couldn't think of a way to end the story or defeat Spock without also offering up blue balls as a casualty and then just saying that they died in a cosmic explosion. And then there is Mad Max. I cannot stand this character. He is annoying. He is like a shit Tom Hiddleston. He is really grating, and in this series and other stories, they treat him like he is a hero, like he's just one of the Inhumans, like he's one of the royal family, with very little acknowledgement to his history as their main enemy. I also really like the stuff with Iris and Ronan Reigns. I think their relationship is written well. It doesn't feel forced, which is ironic considering their marriage was. It feels like they are slowly discovering some care and love for the other. It's not just like they woke up one day and realised they are in love with each other. But the Inhumans, they're getting attacked by the Alpha Primates. They are the lower caste of slaves of the Inhumans. What is it with Marvel and their supposedly great races and perfect species, and them all still adhering to slavery? The Alpha Primates, they are being used to strike at the Inhumans by an odd Fantastic Force baddie called Devo. He is launching an attack on the Inhumans' territory with a bunch of his robots. And if you're thinking, there really needs to be something better in this series for me to latch onto, well then, the Avengers show up. This is Dan Slott's Mighty Avengers lineup, which I didn't need to tell you, I bloody love. Not only do I love this Avengers team, they have got a pretty good excuse for bringing them in. They're gonna have the Flash reunite with his ex-wife Iris and tackle the whole thing with her having a new husband and that. We'll see that next issue. Next issue is even better because one of my favourite Avengers teams of all time is in it. I am not sure if I'll recommend this though. I might be slightly tricked by the appearance at the end. If you like the Inhumans, I think you'll like this. If you're into these cosmic books, this should be on your reading list. You know what, actually yeah, I do recommend this. It has got enough good things within it. It might not make you love the Inhumans as much as the Excellent Men, but it will at least make you realise there is some worth in some of the characters. Plus, we have Dan Slott's Avengers team show up at the end, so I'll rate it 7 thumbs up.